Hello everyone and welcome to this simple and easy tutorial on how to use Miro. If you're looking for a dynamic and collaborative online workspace, you've come to the right place. Miro is a fantastic platform packed with powerful features like its infinite canvas, sticky notes, mind mapping tools, drawing capabilities, pre-built templates, integration with other apps, and real-time collaboration with tools that allows teams to brainstorm, plan, and create together visually. In this tutorial, we'll be taking you through the different aspects of Miro, its integration, blueprints, the creative workspace, and how you can collaborate with others. And by the end, you have a solid grasp of the basics and be ready to unleash the power of Miro for your project. Are you ready? Let's begin. So when you go over to your dashboard, depending on where you are, you're going to need to be on the Home tab. We're currently on the Home tab here on the left side, and you can see Explore, which we were on, Home, Recent, Start. Now when we're home, you can see the main area here, and at the top here, you can see different templates. But at the bottom, you can see boards in this team. So we're currently in this team, and you can see the list of workspaces you've had in this team. Now, in order for us to start with Miro, you can see at the top here, flowchart, mind map, Kanban framework, quick retrospective, brainwriting, and then from Miroverse. If we click on the mind map, it's going to load up an example of a mind map. And if you're interested in mind map, you can use this to enhance your experience of mind maps. But going back, we can come over to Explore Templates or Create New. When we click on Explore Templates, you can see the different templates which you can use right here on Miro. Now, the great thing about Miro is there are a lot of templates. You might actually get confused, but not to worry because you have different categories and you can see here by case. Now you can see meetings and workshops, ideation and brainstorming, research and design, agile workflows, strategy and planning, diagramming and mapping, presentation and slides. Under diagram and mapping, you can see the mind map which we used a few moments ago. But if we go over to the search, we could search for templates depending on the case. So if we're looking for, say, a timeline, we could search for timeline. So we'll come over here, search for timeline, press and enter, and here you can see different timeline templates. So this helps you to narrow things down instead of continuously or endlessly scrolling through the many different template options. This is really good. So here you can see 63 timeline results. You can see timeline builder, project timeline builder, timeline workflow, production timeline. And basically what you could do here is you have the preview, but you can see a larger preview by hovering over it. And so for this timeline builder, we could hover over it and click on preview. So here is a preview, and you can actually view this preview in a larger scale, and you can see right here, view in full screen. So click on it, and you can scroll in using your mouse scroll key, and we're scrolling in it to see how it looks like. So you can see the main title here, the headline, and some little tasks that will help you to get to the next step in the timeline in order to get to the next headline, headline number 2. And of course, you can see right here, this might be the final headline. So this looks like something we might want to do, and this is how it is. And here you can see an example of something we could work with. Now, when we scroll, you can see date, date, date. Basically, it's a timeline. So we like what we're seeing here. We could go over to the bottom right corner, click on the leave this full screen, and we could say, of course, use this template. Great, and now we're here, and it started by highlighting everything, and it's letting you know that there are 116 objects that have been selected. That's great, because we're going to be making some edits to this template to make it our own. So now one of the things you might want to do is to change the background color of your board. You could do this by going over to the top left area and clicking on main menu. It's the 3 dots right there, and you can see board, and here is the board color. Now you can see this is currently in light gray, and if we say dark gray, this looks darker, and we like the feel because it's nicer on the eyes. So we're going to be focusing on this first part of the template, but of course you have the filled out example, but we'll be providing our example right here. So now we're going to be scrolling inward to zoom in. So we're going to be clicking away from the page itself here on the background, and this helps us to move our board around. And right now we just want to keep it in the center. And so we're going to give this timeline builder, say, a website redesign project. Enter. And now we have the name properly written. Great. So here we have it again, and we're going to give it the same name, website redesign project timeline. Great. So instead of pressing on enter, you can just click away from it and it will save. Website redesign project timeline. So we're going to be making some changes to the headline here and here and here. So for the first one, we're going to double click on it, select it, and then we're going to give it the name discovery and research, right? Could expand this, or you could use the formatting options right here. Right here, for example, the font is currently at 11 and we could make it smaller, or we could just click away and click on it to move it upward, just to make it fit. For the second one, we have design and prototyping. So we're going to also write the name right here, click away from it, then click on it and drag it to suit what it's supposed to look like. And then for the third headline, we're going to call this development and launch. So we're going to select it. Now we have development and launch, repositioning it nicely. And then we're going to have the date. So we're just going to put first month. Okay, so let's give this second month. Click away from it. And third month. So it's taking up to shape. And you know that in the first month of discovery and research, we'll be having some tasks to do, and we're just using this to guide the whole team to know where everyone is at within the timeline. So we're going to write in some information right here. In order to get this, we're going to scroll in on our mouse, and then we have something to write here. So we're going to say user interview findings. So we're going to write it right here. So you can see user interview findings. Then let's say we're going to use competitor analysis. Then we could have another website analytics. Then, of course, something with SEO, SEO audit, brand guidelines review, and we're going to split this up a bit. Great, so what do we have here? We have our website redesign project, possibly contracted to us by a company, and we're working with our team. In the first month, we want to conduct a discovery and research. And these are different tasks that we need to accomplish, and this will give us an idea of how we should go about the design and prototyping. You can see user interview findings, SEO audit, content audit summary, technical constraints identified, design prototyping. And then in the second headline, with the second month, we have design and prototyping, homepage mockup version 1, key page wireframes, style guide approved, user testing feedback, etc. And then at the end of the second month, we have development and launch. So this should have a picture of the website that has been redesigned, looking all sleek and more beautiful compared to the first one, which we were given as a company. Now, of course, you're not expected to work alone, so you can go over to the share button at the top right corner, click on share, and this is where you get to add your other teammates, right? So this is a website redesign. You need your front-end developer, your back-end developer, and others who will be contributing to this project. So you can simply add their emails, their Slack, Google, or Microsoft, or you can simply copy the team invite link and share with them. Then before actually copying this link, you'll need to decide if you want them to just view it, or if they can comment on it, or if they can edit it. Now, of course, this is no access. This wouldn't be practical if you're inviting others to work with you. So you can see here, can edit, so you can leave it as that. But if you change it, the link will definitely change. So you'll need to make sure of this before actually copying the invite link. Leave it on can edit, copy the team invite link, and then send it to them. Then, of course, at the end of everything, you have the publish option right here where you can also publish it. And that's what you can do if you want to collaborate with others. Now, there are more things you can actually do to this, and you have the options right here in your toolbox. We're currently on a template, so we're not really interested in this, but we have sticky note. If we click on sticky note, you can see the different colors of sticky notes available. You can see that we also use sticky notes all around between the headlines. And because we clicked on sticky note, we have a sticky note icon on our mouse. So if we click on a certain area, you now have your sticky note right there. You can move it over here to write a note to help everyone take note of whatever you need right there. Also, you can come over here and you have the pen, highlighter, smart drawing, eraser, and lasso tool. You could use the highlighter to highlight anything you want right here. But when you select it, you need to take note of the color. So this is yellow, red, and green. So we could do this. And this highlights what we're interested in. You can use your Control Z to undo everything. And then over here, you have frame. You have A4 letter 4x3 or 16x9. So you have phone, tablet, and browser. If we click on phone, you have a new frame right here to add to it. For example, if you're designing a website and you want the picture of that website to be shown right here during your workflow, you can use this option, mobile frame, to put the picture of the website. Once again, you can click on frame and then put tablet, and it's going to show you how a tablet looks like. We could slide this to the right by right-clicking and holding on it to have the selector tool, and then clicking on the frame once again and click on browser. So you can also change the name here and say mobile view, click on frame 2, say tablet view, and lastly, you have desktop view. So this helps the team during presentation to see how things are going. Maybe you want to have a view of what it was before and now. So you can actually duplicate this. So when you click on it, you could have a right click, make a copy, then come over here, paste it with the Control V. So we can say this is the new mobile view and the old mobile view. So you can see that we're making progress while using our Miro dashboard to help our team visualize everything that will be happening during the timeline as we're working on it. And of course, as the developers are working, they could paste it right here so we can have a better view of what's been written here, but visually from the website. So we hope at this point you're more conversant with the functions that we've explained to you in order to maximize the usage of Miro. You can go ahead and try it out yourself, choosing template, using the toolbox, and working with others by inviting them, publishing your work, and maximizing your efficiency at work with your team. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.